How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Some more. It's Politics with Laura, and man, I got a good one for you. Now, remember when Senator Hollins and Congressman Chris Ivey go down to El Salvador? I want to see Kilmar. I want to see go down to a sovereign land, telling the president, "This is what you're going to do. You're going to do this." Now, my thought is this: why? Why are these two powerful political figures, U.S. figures, down there at the jail when he was supposed to most definitely be deported? He had affiliations with multiple sclerosis 13. He most definitely had affiliations with that group there. And he was his girlfriend abusing her tuning her up pretty good. And he said, I had no affiliation, but everything in there had him having those affiliations with multiple sclerosis 13. Why were they banging on his door? Look, just follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. I'm getting to a point, and it's going to, it's I never understood it. I never understood why Kilmar was so important. Why is this guy so important? Why must he be brought back? Was it because he was going to say something? Was he going to reveal something? I don't know. But I thought it was sneaky and suspicious indeed. In fact, it got me thinking. It got me thinking. I started thinking about Kilmar, this guy right here. What is it about him that is so important, besides him being a garden variety dirtbag? Okay. Besides that, I'm thinking, okay, he is from Hyattsville, been living there. And Chris Ivey, Congressman Ivey, and also Senator Van Hollen are in that district, right? They both have that district from Laurel on down to Clinton, Maryland. Laurel, Clinton, Maryland. You have Oxon Hill. That's Southern Maryland. Not Southern Maryland on a boot, but the Southern Maryland up, let's say spooning DC, put it like that. Then I got to thinking, I'm like, okay. He's accused of being multiple sclerosis 13. Then I remembered a mayor in University Park, Maryland. Now, you have Tacoma, Hyattsville, and then University Park. All three are like that together. And very close to DC, maybe 10 minutes away from DC, 10, 15 minutes away from the border. And I just couldn't shake it. I'm like, why are these senators? But I'm going to ease your pain some. There was a mayor named Mayor Joel Brenneman. And he's doing 30 years in jail. 30 years in jail for what he did. And you're like, Politics with Laura, what are you talking about? Why are you harping on this guy right here, this supreme human being right here, and his connections with Senator Van Hollen and Congressman Ivey? Why are you dragging it? Okay, I'm not going to drag it anymore. I'm not going to drag it anymore. I'm going to give you, but before I do, when they brought him back, Pam Bondi threw him in jail for human trafficking. Oh, you can't make this up. The connections, right? Joe Biden opens up the door. swings it open. Everybody comes in, any and everybody. You even have some people who believe that they could be actors and, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. This is what I'm talking about. This right here, I found this like, OMG. It all makes sense. It all connects. Former University Park, Maryland Mayor Joel Brenneman arrested on child choreographed charges. Yeah, I know. You're like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming. Neither did I. And look at the date right here. Last year. Matter of fact, what? 6, 7, 8 months ago. 8 months ago, the mayor, the former mayor's doing 30 years in jail. But when I was looking at this, I'm like, it's crazy because no one's outraged. You're like, oh my God, you. None of that. But let me continue on. Okay, here. It says former mayor of Maryland City faces nearly 30 years related to and child material, right? The 46-year-old Joel Brenneman was charged with 22 counts of possession and images, and as well as 6 related to solicitation. So it wasn't the fact that he was not only looking at it, not only the fact that he was really looking at it, but then he started to do it. Looking, do. Look, do, right? But here, he made his first appearance in Prince George's County District Court on Tuesday. Brenneman was the former mayor of University Park, Maryland, through 2022 to 2024, just 2 years. 2 years in all of this, right? So June of 2020 to 2022, University Park is also located in Washington, D.C., DMV area known as the DMV, right? But it gets dark, really dark. According to the Maryland Court of Records, Brenneman made his former bond hearing on Wednesday afternoon. The town officials told Today in a statement that the police had been notified by the FBI would be executing a search warrant at Brenneman's residence on Monday. Now, Brenneman had a husband. And I find it quite interesting that only Brenneman went to jail. Now, I don't know if his husband knew about his husband's behavior and what he was doing behind the scenes. Was his husband down with it? I don't know. So I'm going to leave it right there, right? So he no longer has an official position with the town. He is a private citizen, and the town has no contact with him and cannot comment on the activities. But here is where it gets right. Now, law enforcement found troves of disturbing materials. According to the charging document obtained by WTOP News, the law enforcement officials found electronic devices that had tens of thousands of files that contained abusive materials. Moreover, some of the names had the victim's race and age. Race and age. Abrego, part of multiple sclerosis 13. Part of their duties is trafficking. Oh man. The youngest list. Okay, wait a minute. The youngest child listed was 2. Need I say any more? Need I? Several files were also labeled with terms like grape and mentioned torture, bondage. Charging documents also said that the files showed children and many of them being abused and by adults. This guy's freaking sick, right? So law enforcement also found a pair of boys and a blow-up doll resembling in his office, according to charges documents. Oh, this guy is so freaking sick. On Facebook, to ask for explicit images for at least 2, and he alleged to have requested wear thongs, and this guy's freaking sick. But him, I couldn't understand why the senators were down there saying, yo, um, President Bukele, I want to talk to this guy, and you can't tell me no. Because I'm from the United States and I got a lot of issues. I'm going to have more issues if this guy starts talking. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's my hypothesis. But from what I'm looking at and linking together, there has to be some type of connection. I don't know, but I do know that there are, I think, 17 senators, congressmen, politicians together that are going to have some legal issues. And I wonder if it's Congressman Ivey and Senator Van Hollen. It's not like that this guy was the top guy on his list. Why was he championed? Why was he the only person that should come back? Everybody else go but him. It's sneaky and suspicious to me. That's all that I'm saying. So my thought is simply that there is a connection or an alleged connection. That's the only thing that makes sense to me why Congressman Ivey and Senator Van Hollen were acting crazy, in my humble opinion. But what are your thoughts? Please like, subscribe, help me out here. And if you want to jump off the ledge onto the street, please help me donate. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Politics with Laura, any and everything helps. And I want to thank you for stopping by.